Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Primetime contest between the San Francisco 49ers and the Denver Broncos. To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Isaac Garindo to return. Not a good effort there. They're going to bring him down just beyond the 10.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is first and 10.
Get set, get set. Watch out.
Purdy throwing here to start. Oh, they're going deep here right off the ramp. And what a way to get this one started, but his deep shot falls incomplete. And that's going to be something to watch as this game goes on, Brock. We know they like to take their shots throughout.
Yeah, and we know this league today, Kate, loves to play that umbrella coverage, right? Try to keep everything in front of them.
Yep.
The only way you're going to get behind them is to take shots like that one.
First carry of the game. It's the rookie out of Western Kentucky. And he's going to be bottled up just a few yards into that second down run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On third down, Purdy. Kittle makes the catch. And he is persuaded to go out of bounds just as he gets this up past the 30-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Watch out.
Here's a dive up the middle. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Get set.
Looking to throw, Purdy. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Third and just 2 to go.
Outside. 21. 18. Watch out. Yellow.
Here he is on third and short. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they're left with fourth and short. All right, here's one of our game's first big risks. The offense lining up to go for it on their own side.
18. Yellow.
They're gonna go. It's Purdy. Ooh, put some heat on this deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he's gonna score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers finish up an excellent opening series. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep. Certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. They run it. Here's Rmb Harvey. And they drop him after just a yard. 2nd down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Now Nix. His first throw is an interception. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers take over on his 5th interception of the season. What a call for their first pass of the game. It would have been a big hitter if they completed it, Brock, but just not the right touch on that football, and it ends with an interception.
You could just tell these cover guys, they've been waiting for their first chance to go get some work done in this one. They did their homework, number 1. And number 2, Kate, as Russell Wilson loves to say, the separation was in the preparation.
Purdy on 1st down. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Moody knocks that extra point through. And the 49ers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. This will end up as a touchback.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Got a man, it's Marvin Mims. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Broncos will have a 1st down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Batted away at the line, incomplete. Didn't put it high enough to get it over that line. 2nd down coming up.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. And the 49ers rush gets home, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Well, the first sack of the game, Kate, as you just called, is a big one. And they're going to make this guy pay if he's trying to play too much hero ball. Got to find a way to get the ball out of your hand.
3rd and long for him here. Gets it downfield, on target to Sutton. And he is inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line.
I I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
First and 10, it's Harvey. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Second down, give to Harvey. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards.
I know it from the position of the quarterback, Kate. Sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
It's third and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Here he goes, third and long. He's got Sutton complete. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a first and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Hey, Sean, let's go! Through to 12. Bombers.
Nicks from the gun. Forced out to his right. And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos lower the deficit to a single possession. It's a Bo Nix touchdown. Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Broncos chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Broncos 7. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Garindo to return it. Now bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30.
Rmb on the return. The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
49ers to the line. First and 10.
Get set. 18. 11. Yellow.
From the gun is Purdy. Completed to his running back. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off with that gain.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, San Francisco.
We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. We've got the 49ers in front. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They've got first and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Dive play straight ahead. Still has some space inside the 35. And this is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Working inside the red zone. Escapes the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
back gets the handoff. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers take a 13-point lead. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10.
Ready. Hey, motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man. Joe.
First play in the drive. Here's Harvey. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
Captain. Hold on, set.
Throwing on 1st down, Nix. He finds his running back, R.J. Harvey. And they get this down to the 28. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Right here. Bombers.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. And it falls incomplete. Went for the deep ball there, but just couldn't connect. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on. Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
Joe. Hold on, set. Ready. Right here. Captain. Olay.
They'll throw 3rd and long. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that gets him back to within 11.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Galindo to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. Now Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And Nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
So after the sack, quite the situation they find themselves in. Here comes 2nd and 22. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Time enough to stop that play with Jahdae Barron.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
What's up? 53.
Third and long, Purdy. Looking slant route, complete. And this one won't get there. Looked good, but the stop is made just before he could get the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They only manage a yard, but that was enough as this drive rolls on.
He only needed an inch, Kate, and it was a good thing because he had to fight for that. That defense put up a game effort, nearly made the play to get themselves off the field.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First down throw by Purdy. Complete over the middle. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that's a 49er first down.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Purdy throwing here on first. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Shotgun snap for Purdy. To the left side and reeled in by Kittle. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down. They'll air it out on third. Got his man. Watkins has it. And he's going to be touched down at that spot, which means the effort makes it first and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. Now the Broncos take their third and final timeout. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
Guessing everybody in the huddle and on the sidelines sure want a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot and can't wait to see what they do here on second and goal.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's second and goal.
Get set.
McCaffrey. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The 49ers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown.
Jake Moody for the
Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there. Not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest of hesitations for the defense. And that slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Marvin Mims now to return it. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
On the return, the Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. He finds Ingram, working downfield here. All the way, touchdown Denver! The Broncos chop some of the lead off before the half. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy. You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level, because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Get set, get set. 18. Box. Yellow. Yellow. Up.
Back to throw. Here's Purdy. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
And the 49er first down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, 49ers.
Slot man motioned over. Prior to first down, they decided to call a timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Brought in. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route for main coverage.
39-yard line.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Still inches to go on 3rd down.
Yellow. Get set, get set. 18. Watch out.
Again, it's Brock Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack brings the offense to 4th down.
Oh, that's a bummer right there, Kate. Nothing early open on that down. And I'd much rather see him try to go forward, keep 4th down and play. Taking that big a loss, well, really rules out that kind of decision.
for the 49ers.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Fielded at the 7. This makes it up to the 25.
Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Broncos to the line now. It's first and 10. Going left side. Here's Harvey. And the drive starts out small. Just 1 yard on that play.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's second and 8. Nick's looking to throw. Outright, and Ingram makes the grab. This gets forward to around the 29. That one stopped by Upton Stout.
A gain of 2 brings up third and 7.
It's a third down give to Harvey. Breaks the tackle. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
Nick's with it on first. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's second down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Second down. Here's Nix again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Here he goes, third and long. Left side into the hands of Dobbs. And he's tackled for no gain.
That's how you draw it up defensively. That's exactly what you want the coverage to do. Force that quarterback to throw it short and get off the field.
And oh, just a hair too much on that kick. The punt lands in the end zone. This one's coming out to the 20. '49ers to the line. First and 10. Here's the handoff. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9. Play action now. Purdy. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
Third and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down. The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. And that one goes out of bounds. Didn't really challenge the midfield at all. They're going to mark it inside the 45-yard line.
49ers 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. On the handoff, here's Harvey. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Here's Nix. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Get set, get set. 118! 118!
Purdy to throw it. He's on target, Lutkins. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
53!
From the gun is Purdy. Into traffic, complete. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that makes it 2nd and goal.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and goal. To throw again, it's Purdy. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Get set, get set.
3rd and goal, Purdy. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. So a bit stubborn there, Brock. They just kept throwing for it after pass fell incomplete. Now they've got 4th and goal.
Yeah, and you and I both know what's going to happen when these old linemen run off the sidelines. Big fellas, they're not going to be too happy about not putting 1 run on the board.
No, sir.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. On the return, here's Mims. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
Mims on the return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8. 2nd down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Nix from the gun. Gets it downfield on target to Sutton. And he's quickly taken down with a gain across midfield. They're now to the opposing 47. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
At the 47-yard line.
Football on that 47-yard line. First down. Shotgun snap to Nix. He's going deep. This is brought in at the 15. And he gets it. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one right down the middle. And the Broncos chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Broncos 24.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Galindo to return it. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Shotgun snap for Purdy. This is a heater going deep. That's grabbed inside the 30. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
On is Moody for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the 49ers double their lead to 14.
Broncos 24. Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Play action with Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down. Moving quickly, trying to get set. We've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's Broncos football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. Blood in the water defensively after that sack. This offense facing 2nd and 23. It's Nix. On the move, headed right. Moving right, airs it. Big gain downfield. And the run finally ends down inside the opposing 35. first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Nix trying for the touchdown. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos now within one score in the fourth.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got a single eye or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Broncos 31. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
San Francisco to the line. It's first and 10.
Get set, get set. 18, what's up? 21, 21. Yellow. Yellow.
Off the play fake. Purdy. Taking a deep shot here. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
That's what I call complementary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Sending him on the dive. Just before he reaches the marker, he's hit and stopped. They got him at the 29. Offense in the hurry up here.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Back-to-back carries here. Ooh, they're on him quick. He's not going to get the yard they need, Bronk. He only gets back to the line. That's going to bring up 4th down. They'll send out the punting unit. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. His work begins at the 31.
Marvin Mims on the return. The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for first and 10. Giving this to Harvey. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Nick's now to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. He's got it in the red zone. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos now trail by just a point in the 4th. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
That one splits the uprights, and the Broncos tie this game up.
Will Lutz to kick off.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Gorindo to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Gorindo on the return. The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
49ers to the line. First and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Look at that power, deep left side. They connect on the deep shot. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. 35 on the pickup. And that's a 49er first down.
First down, San Francisco.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He dodged the tackle. And he is down to the 30-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Let's see, first it was a pass, now it's a great gain on the ground. They've got this defense on their heels.
21. 18.
Going to the ground again on first. And he comes through big here. 9 yards. It's second down.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
Back to the well again. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Looking to throw. Completed to his running back. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
At the Broncos' 12-yard line.
Second and 6 coming up here. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
Get set. Get set. 18.
Back to throw. And guys, man, that's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers have taken the lead late. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. On the return, here's Mims. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. Now a toss. This is Harvey. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos cut it to a point late in this one. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
The Broncos will line up.
They're going to try and run for it. Wow, a stunning call to go for it, and the guts pay off. He's in, and they've got the lead.
46, 49ers 45.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Rindo to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
San Francisco to the line. It's first and 10. Here he is to throw. Short pass brought in. And this is brought to a stop up at, let's say, the 34-yard line there. 49ers moving quickly, trying to get their offense to the line.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
He'll look to throw it. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Pat Surtain has it. And the Broncos make the play that should win them this game.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
First and 10, it's Harvey. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down. San Francisco calls it second timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Ready? Hey, Sean, let's go!
Second down, give to Harvey. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up third down. The 49ers will call their third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
Ready? My name is Hudson.
Staying on the ground here with Harvey. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Fair or unfair, I sit in a little bit of a judgment seat next to you up here, Cade, and I got to judge that one. That tells me that that coach trusts his defense more than he does his offense in that situation.
So it's a win for the Broncos. And just a week after being soundly defeated, they're back out there playing.